Hey everyone, it's NerF Boy Productions here. Today, I'm giving you guys a full unboxing and review of the brand new Nerf N-Strike Thunderblast. This, if you guys have ever seen the Demolisher, is kind of the undergun piece that fires missiles on its own. Nerf is now selling this as its own separate blaster. It stores more missiles, and I don't know if it fires any further, but it's basically a rocket launcher. We've seen rocket launchers before in the past. The most recent one that comes to the mind is the Titan, if you guys have seen that. But that you have to pump up like 20 times and then you get one shot and then it goes and then you go again. This is new and improved, okay? It's the same system. It's got just this hole here, and these are the missiles. They go on there, and basically the way it works is it's all your own man-made or woman-made power. So the harder you pump, the harder it'll fly. I don't know how far we're actually going to get this to go. It all depends on me. Luckily, I'm a buff monkey, so I'm kidding. We can get this to go pretty far. Let's see what we can get out of it, but first, let's take a look at the box. It's the open face style box, so you can touch the blaster and all that. You can see here clearly that we get 2 missiles included. This is a stock piece that I'll go into later that actually stores the missiles. In the front, you can see where the missile goes in. This is the under pump, so it's got a handle there that you can grab to pump it. It claims that it blasts the missiles up to 60 feet, or 18 meters, which is a pretty good claim. You know, I definitely think we can do that. It doesn't seem too crazy difficult, so we'll see about that. Now on the back of the box, you can see we have the instructions on how to load it, so there's no instructions in here. It's just on the back. You can see we have the tactical rail right here, the 2 missile storage in the stock like I was talking about. And then it says you can blast missiles through the air, which I didn't know until I told you. Haha. Other than that, nothing else is exciting, so let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so let's go ahead, flip this over now. There's a piece of tape here on the side. We're just gonna cut. I used to always use scissors in my unboxings. I used a knife once and then I never used scissors again. Now I'm back to scissors. It's a crazy ride. Alright, we flip it over now. Oh, there's still more tape. All the tape. Also, I forgot to mention, if you guys are wondering where to get this, link is in the description, but you can find this on Amazon. I've also provided the Canadian link for Amazon for all my Canadian fans. I think I'll do that for you guys. Okay, so now I've cut off all the tape and it reveals all these twist ties. They got orange and blue twist ties, which is really cool. That's my school colors. Yeah. Just something a little fascinating. They're going back to these cardboard twist ties. A long time ago, it was those black twist ties that you had to undo every single one, and then it was all those elastics. If you guys saw the Modulus video, that was all held in by elastics. This is the cardboard tabs here. Alright, and the Thunderblast is released. It's good to go. Cool. Alright, now the last thing we need to get out. Like I said, there's no instructions in here, so the only other piece to the Thunderblast is the missiles. Here are our missiles, exactly the same color and everything as the ones we found on the Demolisher. So here you can see we've got it. It has the storage stock, like we said, and the, how do I say this? The tip goes in first, like so. That's just the way it goes, like that, okay. And then, you got the tactical rail on top, like I mentioned. You got the built-in little sight thing. It looks like, here, I'll get a closer look up for you guys for this segment. But it looks like this is a piece that you could hold, but you can't. I mean, you can hold it, but it's nothing that actually works and functions. It's just this piece itself. Okay. So, one thing I initially noticed that's different from the Demolisher is that. With the Demolisher, the one thing I critiqued in my review was that the front gun piece that you hold was not it wouldn't fly out like that. This, it clicks, so it doesn't have that problem. So you can see that Every single video I do, I'm always shaking stuff, but it's not gonna come out, and it's the same with the stock. It's a really, really satisfying thing. So you're pushing, and then like, you can see that, how it fit in nice and tight. And I mean, it's got a little bit of wiggle room, but past here, you really have to pull. So it's quite nice, and that works really well. So taking out a missile, they have these little guiding fins, which always seem to rip off for me. I have to re-glue them with better glue. But you can see you just have this little hole here, and there's a hole in the back, and you put it on, and you push all the way. Make sure you push in all the way. Your Thunderblast is equipped. I think they should have given you 3. 1 you can have in here, and 2 in here. Little cheap, but you can get, they sell missile refill packs that come with 3. So you can buy one of those, and then you have 3 more shots for this. I don't know where you'd store it, but you get the point. So you just do this, and then you just pump. So very simple. Let's just see. Obviously, I'm gonna reach the back of the room, but I'll just kind of show you guys how it is done. So it's just like very, very simple. So the first thing I noticed from firing this is there's still like a trigger kind of. So if I go to slam it and as hard as I can, and I manage to stop about here, it won't do anything. Well, I went too far there. What I'm trying to show you is if I do it lightly, nothing happens here until you reach the end, and then you saw as soon as I tightened, that's where it came out. If I jolt a little here, nothing happens. But if I reach the back, there's kind of like that squish, and once you trip over that, that's when it fires. Okay, there's nothing really else to cover on the Thunderblast. It's a very basic blaster, something you can have a lot of fun with, but I do want to fire this thing one more time outside. Obviously I was inside, but let's take this thing outside and we will see how far we can get it to really go. Okay, it's an insanely windy day out today. I apologize about that, but we're just gonna go ahead, fire down the range here, and see what we can do. Let's see if we can get this thing up to 60 feet. Alright, I'm gonna slam this thing as hard as I can, even if I wreck my shoulder. They're very inaccurate, I swear. I need to keep shooting this thing. This is fun. Easy, easy. That hit the fence. That would have soared. That soared about 50 feet to the fence, and it stopped because it hit it. If it kept going, would have easily broke 10 more feet. Awesome. Nerf, your range claims are real. I love it. So I mean, I could do the thing where I show you how far it went, and you can see. I'll just give you a reference back to the tripod where my camera was set up so you guys can see. This is the furthest shooting one. It just didn't hit anything. Like the one over there bounced because it hit something over here. But this missile was soaring and it hit the fence, but it was like mid-fence. It would have kept going an extra 10 feet. And that's pretty far, you know. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but it's definitely fun to play with. And, you know, that's basically it. It's a missile launcher that you slam to fire. I doubt that you would ever be like firing at a friend from 60 feet away. If you're kids and you're just blasting in the basement, it makes more sense and something that will happen more often. Don't worry too much about the range. Just, it's a really fun blaster, one of the most fun I've had playing with in a while, just because it's something a little different. So yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be it for the video on the Thunderblast. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review. I never really give my final thoughts. You know, it's half and half. Sometimes I'll give you my thoughts. Sometimes I'll just kind of overview it and show you. But honestly, I feel like I need to give you guys my thoughts because this blaster gets a lot of flack that I don't see. If you guys have ever seen a Demolisher, it's a gun. Has one of these built underneath, and you could just fire it. It's basically the same thing as this, except it's built into the bottom of the gun, obviously. And that is a gun that you can buy for about 50 bucks here in Canada right now. This is obviously much cheaper, but it's its own unit, and I think it's a little more fun, honestly. When you have this gun and you're going around and then you launch, it's like all this unit. There's something cool about having this slung down. You're firing away with a big, you know, your big primary weapon, and then you whip out this thing and you're like, You know, there's something cool about that. I just think maybe it's a little tactical, which everyone says all the time, but that's what Nerf is, you know. It's toy guns, so they gotta be a little corny and fun for it to be Nerf. So, I really like it. I like what they've done. Here, let's just make a rocket launcher. They already have the technology, they just made it cooler. And it works beautifully. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought about this blaster in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe because I have new videos every single Saturday. This blaster I got on Amazon.com. It was delivered to the middle of nowhere in Quebec. If you want to see that, click right here in my vlog channel where I vlog every single day of my daily life. You guys can check it out and see how this thing came to be in my hands. Again, the description is below to buy it off Amazon if you want to get it delivered anywhere in North America. One for Canada, one for the States. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, this was NerfBoy Productions, signing off.